Hey guys, this is Julie from Crafty Beach on YouTube, and I have a fun bee spring DIY. I guess it could be spring or summer. I'm going to use one of the frames from Dollar Tree that's shaped like a honeycomb, and some of the Dollar Tree scrapbook paper. It's like a cardstock, and it comes in a yellow sheet. I'm going to use my Cricut, and I have a free SVG file for this that I designed of a honeycomb. And if you go to my YouTube video, you'll see a link to this free cut file if you want to cut this out. But I just used my Cricut to cut the paper. How fun is that? So now we can do like a honeycomb piece of art that is kind of like see-through with like the cutout parts. To do that, I'm just taking apart the frame from the Dollar Tree. I'm not going to need the back, the glass, or anything like that. It also has these like little levers to keep the back on, which kind of would get in the way, so I went ahead and removed those as well. So now I just need to cut down my honeycomb pattern for the size of the frame. So I just kind of sketched out that shape on the outside, and then we can cut it down to size. I'm gonna need it to like fit inside the frame though, so I will have to cut it down a little bit more, but this is a pretty good starting point to get that cool honeycomb shape. So I'm just going to lay it on the back there, kind of see what I need to do to cut it down a little bit more to make it fit in there. And this actually just turned out so cool. I love doing bee crafts. They're some of my favorite DIYs, and it looks like there's some of your favorites too, according to my video views. So I wanted a little something to kind of brace it to the back of the frame because it's kind of an open plastic. So I'm just going to use the leftover yellow cardstock there, and I'm just going to cut down some strips. That way I can kind of make a border to go all the way around the edges, and one strip is going to like do like two sides, so I'm just going to cut those down to size. That way I kind of have like edges that I can glue to the back, and it's going to make everything a lot sturdier. So since I'm just gluing paper to paper, I just use a glue stick and lay that right on top of the honeycomb pattern that we have there. And so that's all kind of glued together like that. Now to make sure that it stays in there, I'm going to glue it to the frame, and I can just put hot glue in that opening on the back of that plastic frame. If you can't find this exact frame at the Dollar Tree, they do have some other options, but this is probably the easiest one to use just because you can take the glass, the back, and everything out, and it looks so cute. It's already black plastic, so that's going to go with the honeybee feel, especially with the yellow honeycomb pattern inside. Now for the base, I want it to be a standing sign, so I'm just going to take some craft wood from the Dollar Tree and just cut a little piece down to size that's going to be big enough for the base of that. And I want it to kind of blend in with the black plastic frame, so I'm just going to use some black acrylic paint and paint that on the top, the sides, the ends, anywhere that you're going to be able to see it, so we can make that a fun little standing bee sign. Now I have some bees that I got at last year, I think at Michael's. They'd be pretty easy to make. These are kind of damaged anyway, so I'm going to use these and kind of try to repair them. Basically, they're just string wrapped bees, and I've seen some people DIY these with the little string carrots from the Dollar Tree, so it'd be pretty easy to do by painting the string yellow and black like that with stripes and adding little legs, antenna, and wings. Mine has like a little bit of wing damage from being used before, but I'm just going to take a couple of those bees and just glue them onto the honeycomb before I attach it to the base. So kind of just randomly scatter them on there. I think 2 is enough. And super cute. I wasn't able to find the little wood bees at Dollar Tree this year. I don't know if they didn't have them this year or what. Now to attach it to the base, I just put some hot glue on the bottom of the frame and glue it to the black piece of wood, and it is complete, our little honey bee DIY. I think it turned out really cute.